The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Economic managers and other officials welcomed the revisions to the implementing rules and regulations of the Maharlika Investment Fund. They believe that the revised rules would ensure more independence for the fund's board. House Speaker Martin Romualdez says the Maharlika Investment Corporation's autonomy would allow more objective and effective decision-making. He also says this would make sure that the board's decisions are free from undue political influence, which is crucial for overseeing the fund. Budget Secretary Amina Pangandaman says the MIC's autonomy would allow it the flexibility to fulfill its mandate. She also says the new IRR would improve accountability and efficacy in carrying out the fund's provisions. The Office of the Presidential Advisor on Investment and Economic Affairs likewise welcomed removing senior executives in the Audit Committee. The office said their inclusion would raise the risk of the committee being perceived as biased to the fund's management. The Finance Department, meanwhile, said that the emphasis on the board's independence allows it more headroom to form credible oversight and risk management bodies. President Marcos rejected the suggestion to make him the MIC chairman to make sure that investment decisions are free of political influence. The updated IRR, though, includes a provision allowing Marcos to reject recommendations of the MIC Advisory Board on vacant posts. It removed specific qualifications for determining other officers of the MIC. RCBC Chief Economist Mike Ricafort says that aside from being free of political influence, people handling the fund should also have a good track record of handling profitable funds.
Yan talaga yung career nila. Kaya yun din yung kailangan i-emphasize na marunong talaga sa fund management. Maganda yung track record na kumita. Unang-una, may kakayanan, hindi lang sa kakayanan, kundi may kakanasan, may skills na kaya mag-manage ng funds, no? Kung baka hindi i-level up din yung qualifications.
At least 41 more Filipino repatriates who crossed to Egypt from Gaza arrived in the Philippines on Sunday. They were accompanied by their Palestinian families and spouses. Among the repatriates were Gemma, a Filipino housewife who came home with her husband, Dr. Iyad El Jamal, and their 2 children. They are grateful that El Jamal was granted a tourist visa.
Mga anak ko ayaw nilang sumama kung hindi kasama yung papa nila.
I want really to thank President Marcos and his administration and his government. What they did for us really was a great effort. Even the Arabs did not did that to us.
The Foreign Affairs Department said discussions are needed should Palestinian request to stay in the country for a longer period. The agency added that repatriation efforts are underway for some 39 Filipinos who are still in Gaza.
Based on the information we have from our embassy in Amman, there are only 39 Filipinos left in the Gaza Strip. And our embassy is trying to persuade them to cross into Egypt as soon as possible. But they are reluctant unless they will be joined by their immediate Palestinian relatives.
The Supreme Court rules that the Senate committed grave abuse of discretion when it cited in contempt and ordered the arrest of Pharmally pharmaceutical executives Lincoln Ong and Michael Yang Hong Ming. Back in 2021, the Senate, led by then Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Richard Gordon, cited Ong and Yang in contempt for allegedly giving false and evasive answers during a hearing. The hearing was conducted to probe Pharmally's contract with the government in its purchase of COVID-19 medical supplies. In his petition before the SC, Ong argued that the Senate proceeded against him under, quote, an erroneous concept and gravely abusive exercise of contempt power. Ong also questioned what he described as high-handed and oppressive conduct of proceedings, claiming that the Senate treated resource persons worse than an accused in a criminal proceeding. In their ruling, the High Court said the order of arrest and contempt case against the two Pharmally executives violated their rights to due process. The ruling noted that, quote, whether a witness genuinely did not know or did not recall the answer or was evasive in answering a question is largely a matter of judgment or opinion. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Higher fines for EDSA busway violators take effect today, November 13. First-time offenders will be fined 5,000 pesos. For the second offense, violators will pay 10,000 pesos and will have their licenses suspended for a month. A road safety seminar will also be required. On the third offense, motorists will be fined 20,000 pesos, along with a 1-year suspension of driver's license. A fourth offense means a 30,000 peso fine and revocation of driver's license. The increased fines will apply to both private and public utility vehicles. The MMDA explained it is time to have stricter and more severe penalties for the benefit of bus commuters.
Naging rampant ang violation at kayang-kaya nilang bayaran yung fine na 1,000. So ano nangyayari, didipit yung purpose natin na dapat bus lang ang dadaan dyan para mabilis na mai-transport ang mga mananakay natin.
Still on transportation, a rollback in the prices of fuel products is expected this week. UniOil Philippines projects that diesel products would be cheaper by up to 3 pesos per liter. Gasoline prices are likewise seen to go down by as much as 70 centavos a liter. If realized, this will be the third consecutive week of rollbacks for diesel and the second for gasoline. Oil companies will announce official price adjustments today. The race for the last Final Four spot is heating up In the UAAP, as the Ateneo Blue Eagles scored a crucial 62-58 victory over the Adamson Soaring Falcons. After leading in the first half, the Blue Eagles were held to just 4 points in the third period. However, the Katipunan-based squad crawled back in the fourth and outscored Adamson 29 to eventually get the win and improve to 6-6 in the standings for a hold of the fourth spot. Sian Kitavis led the way for Ateneo with 12 points, while Joseph Obasa and Kai Balungay had 10 points apiece. Meanwhile, the De La Salle Green Archers remain in the hunt for the twice-to-beat advantage after dominating the UAE Red Warriors 86-76. Kevin Kiambao registered his second triple-double in the season as he finished with 17 points, 19 rebounds, and 12 assists. Mark Nonoy, meanwhile, had a game-high 25 points as La Salle moved to 9-3 in the standings, just a game behind UP and NU. Behind UP and NU. Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The United States reiterates that Washington will remain shoulder to shoulder with the Philippines in the face of China's repeated harassment in the West Philippine Sea. This comes after China accused the Philippines of trespassing in its territory with Manila's latest resupply mission in the Ayungin Shoal. The U.S. State Department says China's actions are inconsistent with the international law. 5 more Oriental Mindoro towns are placed under a state of calamity due to the spread of African swine fever. These are the areas of Bulalakaw, Bungabong, Nauhan, Bansud, and Pinamalayan. Last month, a state of calamity was declared in the towns of Mansalay and Rojas. Over in weather, Pag-asa continues to monitor a potential cyclone outside the Philippine area of responsibility. It is expected to develop into a tropical depression in the next 24 hours and enter PAR by Wednesday or Thursday. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Marisol Halili. We are One News, all sides, all the time.